Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network and your host, Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.
Oh, snap. What's up, y'all? Hey, I'm Skywalker the Jedi. I would like to thank you guys for being here and for attending the live stream. Right? Hope you guys don't notice anything different about me, you know? Right? Hope you guys don't notice anything different about me. Okay, we're gonna come out here and we're gonna debunk these lies. Okay, we're gonna debunk these lies about Paramount. You know, there's been a lot of people trying to say that Paramount been putting in fake bids, and we're gonna come out and we're gonna dispel that rumor. Okay, you know, I totally didn't get any type of Paramount people hitting me up to talk about this stuff, right? I totally didn't get anything. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Hey y'all, look. I might have judged Paramount too harshly, guys. I need you guys to understand this, okay? I might have judged them. Oh my god. Hey, y'all. Oh my god. We got the homie Austin in here early with the $20 super chat saying y'all really lucky Sky is who he is. No other content creator let you in like this. talks to y'all like this, is a real fan like this, and allows y'all to be a part of the show like this. Respect this G at all costs. And then he said, no drop, keep it moving. I got you, bro. Look, I'm gonna keep it moving. I just want to say thank you for the support, bro. You know what I mean? I just hope, right, that that you know, with everything going on, that you guys you know, is still rocking out, right? Even though we about to, we got the homie W Mirror with the $2 super chat. Sarah Paramount made me an offer they had to refuse. Bro, I'm telling y'all, man. Look. I'm just saying, bro. I think we might, let me get this, for the camera and everything. All right, let me just make sure. He said, let me go hit you with this drop, bro.
Good evening. We, the unwilling, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much for so long with so little. We are now qualified to do anything with nothing.
Oh, man. He said, does this thing around your bro? Look, don't don't look at anything around here, okay? Just don't focus on that. All right. He said, did Paramount buy a Sky, bro? Hey, look, what y'all talking about, bro? Look, I'm just saying, y'all, just hold on, give me a second. You know what I'm saying? Look, because after this stream is over, I might have to like delete, all my old videos. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, bro. No, I was joking. Let me take this off because y'all gonna think I'm serious, bro. In all honesty, that was from my Comic-Con badge, and I saw it on like the desk, like right as the stream was about to start, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just throw it on. But yeah, let's get on with this show. Oh my god, that was funny. Man, much love, y'all. Much love. Make sure y'all smashing that like, share, and subscribe, as well as that notification so that you know when I'm going live. You dig? We are the creators, the originators, the founders, founding fathers, the forefathers, the engine, the whatever you want to call it, right? To hashtag sales ZSJL and sales Snyderverse to Netflix. I'm trying to get that conclusion of Zack Snyder's DC arc over on the Netflix platform or even in theaters at all. It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And this is the best way to get it done, right? We only ask 3 rules of engagement, which are please be positive, please do not mix the hashtags, and also please do not tag, mention, quote, tweet, reply to, or anything of that sort. Anybody over at WBD, which is including but not limited to one James Gunn. You dig? ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube and X are also platforms that you guys should be following as well as subscribe to, because all pertinent information will be coming from there, as well as myself and Apex Lux of the New Geeks. If you'd like to sponsor a stream like the homie W Mir did, whenever you guys give super chats, super thanks, super stickers, gifted memberships, anything of that sort, whoever donates the most, we will tally that up, and whoever gets that will have their name scrolling across the bottom of a following stream like the homie W Mir does right now. You dig? Let's get tapped back in with the chat, and then we'll get started with the show. Right? That was funny, man. Yeah. Paramount couldn't afford me, bro. Couldn't happen, bro. Hold up. Let me see something. Yeah. Like, thank y'all for hooking the homie up with that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who y'all are. Just sent me what I needed. You dig? I don't know where it went, but anyway, I got that uploaded in 1 second. Now let's get caught up with the chat, and we'll get started with the show. Yeah, the founding fathers, right? What's going on, Nessa Noel? Thank you for rocking out. Matter of fact, shout out to the whole chat. Let me go through. We got W Mir in here, Wild Card, Paolo Caesar, D Broderick, SPR Dave, Alan Belt. Who else is in there? Island Mike. Yeah, I didn't even go through the whole chat. S. Warrior, is Sin Havoc 5150. Everybody in here. Is the Good Austin's in here? Who else? Bad Dan Stotts is in here. Much love, Bad Dan. Who else is in the building? Joe Nathan's in the building, right? Who else is in here? I think that's almost everybody. Crazy. This chat been jumping on me. DC all the way. Nessa Noel, Frank C. Already shows up to Alan Belt, you know what I mean? And CY98. You dig? All right. So, yo, here's what's so interesting about this whole thing, right? We have sat here and we've tried to have conversations with people. We've tried to like tell you guys, you know, that you know, a lot of this Paramount stuff seem to be smoke and mirrors. We've provided evidence for this, right? And it's funny because we're gonna get into this in 1 second, but even earlier, I saw somebody trying to include another company because this one kind of got exposed as fake. So it's like one bid gets exposed as fake, and then all of a sudden somebody else is about to be involved. Yo, look, y'all can dread it, run from it. Destiny's still gonna arrive, yo. All the same, right? And I think it's hilarious every time that one of these conversations kind of get started. People want to start wavering, right? And it's like, hey, cool, you know, cool. But I think Paramount full of it. We're gonna talk about it right now. We're gonna talk about this right now. Right, y'all stay right chill. All right. Let me pull this up. You dig? So let me move myself to the side. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to kind of break this down piece by piece. Right? This was an article from the New York Post. We're gonna break this down real simple. You know what I mean? We about to break this down real simple. This article came out yesterday from Charles Gasparino. I'm pretty sure I might have butchered it, but hopefully I didn't. Right? Here's why David Zaslav isn't tolerating Paramount's lowball offer for Warner Brothers Discovery, right? So look, this is what's so funny because, like I said, this article comes out yesterday. And all of a sudden, hey, look over here, guys. I know, we just kind of got exposed as, having this one situation kind of be smoke and mirrors, right? Vanishing act, if you will, right? Part 2, even. You know what I mean? But crazy. So let's get to this article, yo. here's the juicy parts, right? Says the reason says he is splitting WBD, David Zaslav, that being, into two separate units, a deal that will go down in May. The planned unit, just housing his streaming and studio businesses, the crown jewels of WBD, will have little debt and is being valued at as much as $30 by analysts, right? This is speaking to that, was it like a $20 offer that they gave for Paramount or whatever that bid was, right? Which is significantly less. If you're talking about per share, you know how much money that is? Do y'all know how much of a difference $10 a share makes? Right? You guys have any idea when you're talking about these type of transactions, how much $10 a share makes in terms of a difference? Anyway, right? More than that, WBD's board has backed him to play the long game with Ellison, the sources say. Ellison trying to get this quick deal. Oh, yeah, let me go put up this, this 20 billion. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me go get 40. You know what I'm saying? Let me go get let me go ask Pops for some money. Oh man, Pops won't give it to me. Let me see if I can go holler at Apollo. Right? All these different companies, all these buyout firms, you know what I'm saying? Who specialize in buying companies out. Really? So you about to go help, or no, you about to go ask for help, rather, from a company who just specializes in buyouts, rather than, never mind. Anyway, right? Right? Zaz also believes regulators in the Trump White House might well allow other possible suitors, including Comcast, Netflix, Amazon, and Apple, to buy WBD. All are said to be particularly interested in a post-split deal for WBD Studio that has been cranking out hits in its streaming service, now the industry's third largest. Right? Let's continue. And as Zaslav has asked his advisors, if David Ellison is really interested and has the money, why doesn't he just pay up? Which is the question that that's the multi-billion-dollar question right there. If homie is so interested, why can't he just make the offer? Right? Why do we gotta do this dog and pony show? Right? He said Ellison been trying to get lenders. Oh yeah. Right? He said, see, everyone talks about Paramount, but not the other companies in competition. Bro, it's crazy. People are literally, oh no, I got a video that's a doozy. Somebody said that they think Netflix has the least amount of chance to get them. What? Ted Sarandos was just at the fucking Crawford Canelo fight. Never mind. Sorry. Anyway, Zaslav doesn't have to move fast unless Ellison is serious and makes a serious offer, which he hasn't so far, said one person with direct knowledge of the matter. Bro, this is coming right from David Zaslav's office, dog. A Zaz rep had no comment. A spokeswoman for Ellison didn't return a request for a comment. So, if homie really, really want that sauce, why he ain't handing over the simoleons? Right? Why he ain't handing over the cheese, the cheddar, the Gouda? Right? Right? Crazy. But let's continue. David Ellison would probably have to tap into his father's enormous wealth, approaching $400 billion, to make the numbers work. But some analysts question whether Larry Ellison wants to sell $30 billion in his Oracle stock to finance the deal, noting that he could have done so by now. So, once again, if you really want what they got, why ain't you ponying over the dough? Bruh, this Paramount Skydance deal just went through in August. Right? But let's continue. One reason people close to the deal believe Ellison will move fast is to avert a bidding war for WBD's assets that will begin as soon as the media company is cleaved into a streamer and studio on one side and the legacy cable assets on the other. First of all, who said they wanted a bidding war? Wasn't that David Zaslav? Right? We got somebody in the chat fear mongering, talking about the fans are screwed. Hey, here is my thoughts when it comes to what you talking about.
Next caller, me. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Your thoughts ain't my thoughts. Bitch, I'm flowing straight from the survival scroll. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
Hey, now, who was talking about they wanted a bidding war? Huh? Who was talking about that? So that would lean more into the fact that the bidding war is going to take place, which would mean that whoever got the most simoleons, right, would be the ones that's what did my boy in The Departed say? No ticky, no laundry. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jack Nicholson, dog. Right? Ain't that what he said? I could have swore that's what he said. So they gonna wait until this thing is split in May, just like he just said, right? But look, let's continue because that ain't even it. Bottom line, Ellison is looking to grow his media empire exponentially with WBD, but the deal will cost multiples of what he paid for Paramount. With its middling studio, money-losing streaming service, and shrinking legacy assets like CBS. Tell us how you really feel. Right? Tell us how you really feel. Without his father coming in, David has a third-ranked studio and a money-losing media property trying to take over something 3 times its size. This person said, if he wants that to happen, he gonna have to pay up. Yo. Whoo. What? This is not Skywalker's words. And look what happened. Just today, just yesterday, this comes out. And today, it's another company about to put their bid in too. Bro, this shit's a done deal, bro. Never mind. Let me not. He said that's exactly what Jack Nicholson said, bro. That is, right? I love that movie. He was like, no ticky, no laundry, bro. I love that part. Right? He said they torch Ellison's ass. Nessa, can I ask you something? Don't this seem like look. I got a question. Don't it seem like for a lot of these people and outlets, these people are just being way more honest now? Like they on James Gunn head, they on Ellison head right now. Like what? They like, bruh, I don't think you got the bread you talking about you got. I mean, those aren't my words. He said, what was the other company they talked about? The one that came up just before I came on stream was Comcast. He was like, oh, Comcast. Bruh, they're using this stuff to affect their stock prices, bro. They literally just say that, oh, yeah, Comcast got involved, and then their stock went up like 1.5% because it's like, I'm like, bro, come on, man. Right? But no, they ain't even it. They ain't even it. You know what I mean? So let me pull up this other thing, man, because I was gonna talk about this the other day. Right? But just so happened. I mean, wait a minute, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Right. Got this other article just a little bit earlier. Just from a little bit earlier, right? And that's pretty much breaking down this entire thing. Right? It's pretty much breaking down this entire thing. Right? We got this article, right? From Puck News, bruh. Talking about should Zaz kiss off the Ellisons. Right? To defend against a Paramount Skydance takeover, David Zaslav will need to prove that splitting up WBD will be more valuable for shareholders than selling everything to the Ellisons, according to analysts. He's got a good case, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He said, man, if they start talking shit, bro, just read my super chat back. Right? If David Zaslav has any hopes of keeping WBD out of the malls of David Ellison and Paramount Skydance, he's going to have to make a cogent and effective argument that in the long run, WBD shareholders will be better off with the breakup plan that he set in motion in June, and which is expected to become effective by next April. He's no doubt got bankers at Goldman Sachs working overtime, putting together the deck, along with backup Excel spreadsheets to make that very point if and when the Ellisons get around coughing up a bid for all of WBD, which apparently happened and got shot down. Right? So this is even going back like a little bit before. This is like Tenet. You know what I mean? Just like Tenet. So when it's Tenet, you're going forwards and backwards at the same time, right? So we're literally talking to William from the future, right? And we're reading back because this bid allegedly happened and got shot down, right? Which would give credence to David Zaslav going through with the breakup plans for April. Right? Anyway, wait, where was I? The New York Post is reporting that the Ellisons have asked major private equity firms such as Apollo to join their WBD bid, should there be one. Right? Which allegedly there was. That was shot down. Right? Meanwhile, the widely respected Bank of America research analyst Jessica Reif Ehrlich has just issued a research report articulating the Zaz case. According to Jessica's analysis, a WBD split into streaming and studios under Zaz and Discovery Global under Gunnar Weidenfels would create more shareholder value than selling out to the Ellisons and Paramount Skydance for something like 22 to 24 a share, right? Which they was just saying that it was valued at over 30 per share that they were looking to go, right? I've known Ehrlich since we worked together at Merrill Lynch in the late 90s before B of A swallowed up the investment bank during the 2008 financial crisis. In her report, she predicted a split. WBD could generate $30 a share for WBD shareholders, materially in excess of what the Ellisons are likely to bid. Furthermore, she argued that the standalone, relatively debt-free streaming and studios business would generate a bidding war amongst potential buyers and fetch a price of some 20x EBITDA, right? Or perhaps adjusted earnings before interest and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not clear. She references only the business's assets, justifying the $30 per share valuation for WBD if the Zaz plan comes to fruition. After all, she continued, there should be a significant demand for Zaz's streaming and studio business once it's unburdened by WBD's linear assets and significant debt load. Now, look, we ain't got to keep going into all this because, you know, this is getting down to it, right? But they letting you know that, look, like, it's up. They're going to get more money if they wait to the split. And if homie trying to get it done before the split happens, what does that mean? That means he ain't got the capital to finance the deal now. That's what that means. Oh my God, man. He said, ta-da, a lowball offer from the Ellisons. Specific. Yeah. So any word on when this split will be happening? Hey, I just read it like 3 times. Come on, y'all got to be paying attention, wild card. Y'all got to be paying attention. I done read it like 3 times. It's happening in April. Nor does he want to finance the company afterwards, which is why he's looking for lenders. Yep. Nah, this is real simple stuff, yo. Real simple stuff. I know it sounds complicated, but it's not. It's going to be worth more later. So he's trying to get the deal done now, and he's trying to lowball them. And they know that they're going to split this company up. Crazy, bro. Hold up. What was this? Oh, yeah. No, that was just talking about the stakes for Superman and why they were so sky high. Crazy. Say reading is fundamental. Yeah, nah, we do a lot of reading. We do real research over here. We have these conversations in earnestness. We are not trying to like sell false hope or copium or whatever it is that these other people be doing, yo. And you got people literally arguing with Forbes about money stuff, right? Just all these things. Right? What's going on? Apex Lux. Netflix has things playing right into their hands, but few are reporting it. Right? He said, we all know that Netflix is the clear front runner, but is that also what the trades think, or are they now trying to put Comcast over them? Bro, listen to me. Honestly, right? How can I say this? I think I should pull that tweet back up. Hold up. Where do I have that tweet at? I think that tweet kind of explained everything. That tweet that I covered where the guy broke down exactly what is going on and why everybody is so nervous. I don't think that these people want Netflix to take this over. I think that is what is going down 100%. Right? Crazy. It says, what's going on, Lux? We got Robert Harrison. What's going on? He said, what's up, Skywalker? Hope everything good, bro. My thoughts is this. It's a bad time to do a merger when the government is shut down. Well, the government ain't always going to be shut down. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, when they get back into Congress and stuff like that, things will start running again, you know? For sure. But like I was saying, man, this is crazy, bro. You even got people. Let me watch this video. Wait, because I haven't even seen this, but apparently Jeff Schneider called Cap. Let me see what he had to say.
Let's go further into this situation. Now, you're talking about Paramount and WB. You're saying it's never going to happen. Yet I'm reading in Bloomberg and I'm reading in the Wall Street Journal and I'm reading in the Hollywood Reporter that this is just an opening bid and that there are moves being made here. They might come back with more money. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Wait. Before we get into that, if any single one of y'all believe what this man says, but didn't believe what I said, I haven't even watched this video, but I could already do. Look, anyway, never mind.
Let's go further into this situation. Now, you're talking about Paramount and WB. You're saying it's never going to happen. Yet I'm reading in Bloomberg and
bro, I can't even start the video, bro. Yo. Hey. I don't like it. I don't like the way this feels, bro. I ain't gonna front. I don't like the way this feels, man. Because if he says, and if people be like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense," bro, I'm about to flip a gasket, bro. If anybody turns around and be like, "Oh, I see now," oh man. Anyway.
Let's go further into this situation. Now, you're talking about Paramount and WB. You're saying it's never going to happen. Yet I'm reading in Bloomberg and I'm reading in the Wall Street Journal and I'm reading in the Hollywood Reporter that this is just an opening bid and that there are moves being made here. They might come back with more money. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
These companies have to report on facts, okay? So if someone makes an offer, they have to report on the offer.
Right.
This could actually potentially happen.
Right.
But if you gave the same reporters a column about the likelihood of this happening, almost to a T, they would all admit there's no fucking chance it's going to happen. But I have to report on it because that's my fucking job and that's what my editor's telling me to do. Right.
So tell me why you think there's no chance that would happen. Tell me why you think that there's no way that this will happen. Like, why are you so sure?
Because that is how a talking head has to present themselves in the year 2025. They're going to come on here and say, well, maybe this and maybe that. They don't give me a fucking show called The Hot Mic to say maybe, okay?
All right.
I looked into the crystal ball. Yeah. I've talked to how many people, and it's just like everyone just thinks that this is like a total joke.
Oh, wow.
This is like David doing the other David a solid, but like I said, inflating the stock price.
Right. So you think this is, as I said earlier on the Christian Harloff show, like this feels like billionaires talking to billionaires, and the normies won't understand it because they are
happy to line up and take dictation.
Yeah, they're worrying about, like, the billionaires are just kind of like, well, how can we fuck around and help you out? Jack up the price by coming in at 20. You say it's not enough. We know Netflix is looking, and then you kind of make it a much more attractive property. Because I mean, right now, dude, they've got DC in motion. They're about to put Harry Potter in motion. The last thing you want to do is sell it and then start the fuck all over again with all these properties and these franchises, renegotiating new contracts. There's all kinds of stuff that would have to happen if you did the whole merger. Plus, we've seen, Jeff, legacy mergers don't always work out, and kind of crash and burn more often than not.
Exactly, John. Nothing about this makes sense, okay? This is just the trades deadline really stirring the pot, right? Because when you see a headline that says Paramount might buy Warner Brothers, what are you going to do with that headline? You can do two things. What are you going to do?
Not publish it or publish it.
No. You're not the publisher. You're the reader. You see it online.
Oh, I'm going to read it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You either read it or you ignore it. Those are the two choices. You're going to read it. Yeah. And that's why they publish it. Not because it's actually happening.
Bruh. And yes, you could, bruh. You were absolutely right, Osa Fresh. I was steaming at the ears, bro. I'm like, bruh, I'm not about to sit here. He said, interesting that he said Netflix is looking. Oh, maybe because somebody told you guys that Netflix is about to buy the fucking company. Yo, how much longer will we have these conversations, y'all? This is wild. Breathe, dog. Breathe, right? Seriously. This is so crazy. This is so crazy, right? Like to be here in 2025 having conversations about Netflix buying WBD, like James Gunn getting fired, right? Hey, me saying with my little bitty old channel, here's the thing, right? I have a question. Are we willing to say, he said, Sky, you notice that Jeff Snyder said he was told to talk about it and downplay it. He said that? I don't even hey. Yep. He said he was on bullshit last night. He said the rumors about Gunn are false. He's not going anywhere. They just rebooted. Okay. Hey, we gonna see. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yo, that was the question that I was gonna ask, right? So since we've been saying these things before these people, does that mean we have better information? I'm genuinely asking that question, right? Because if he was just saying that, hey, he said that Gunn not going nowhere, and if they just rebooted, and if they sell this company and then he gets fired, right? Then we get to double back and say, hey, he was wrong on that one, right? We get to say, hey, Sky was right. Right? See, this is the thing I've been noticing, like just across the internet. And it's crazy, right? Like people get to kind of do and say a lot of things, right? And then what ends up happening is they get to be like egregiously wrong. Like egregiously wrong. Like time after time after time. But it's cool because they have these large platforms, right? But yet we got to be over here batting 1,000. Crazy, bro. Crazy. He said better factual information. S. Dot says Sky has me rolling. Bruh, sometimes I be thinking, am I the only one laughing at this shit? Like, I genuinely be thinking it. I don't know. I genuinely find this stuff funny. And so I be thinking, yo, is it just me? You know? Like, am I the weirdo? You know? Am I the one? Told y'all this movie was going to flop from the jump, never wavered.
Because this movie has to be the definitive Superman movie. And I would dare say it has to be the best Superman movie that's ever been made. Because the DC universe, this new DCEU, if it's anything less, it's a failure.
When you say that, are you saying like the quality of the film, or are we talking box office numbers like Man of Steel?
I'm both.
Yeah.
This movie has to be the best Superman movie of all time.
What's really interesting is there's this weird, like, I don't think that James Gunn's Superman is in competition with anything else. They're starting from scratch and building something new. The economics are not to be compared to something that happened over 10 years ago. They've spent the money on 2 movies.
Now it could end in the 600 million range. That would be a disaster. That would be somebody else should take over DC. Because, man, that would be really bad. I mean, I guess they could wait to greenlight further projects because we'll have our answer to this by the end of the summer. Maybe that's the answer. See where it ends. But if it ends with a 6 in front of it, that's really bad.
Yep. He said full reboot again may be in order. Well, nope, it wouldn't be a reboot. We're asking for a sequel, dog. Zack Snyder's Justice League came out in 2021. What are we talking about? Bro, I swear. He said, and Sky Snyder exposed himself as Captain too. Snyder said he's had his differences with Gunn, but he doesn't want him to lose his job as much shit as he says. Now he switches up. Bro, he don't want to be looked at as like, hey, man, like, yeah, you helped get me fired. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to switch. Because he know he on his way out. Bruh, we asking for a sequel. No, not even a restart. I think you guys need to realize something. We're asking for a sequel. Focus on that word. I learned that from Integrity. Shout out to Integrity 101. There is no reason in the world we can't get a sequel to a movie. Reboot. If Sony would have made the Amazing Spider-Man 3, would that have been a reboot? No, I really need an answer to that question. If Sony would have made the Amazing Spider-Man 3 with Andrew Garfield when they were supposed to recently, right? Is that a reboot? Why do we only use these terms when it comes to this shit? Like, it gets really weird. Every time you are talking about, like, specifically some Zack Snyder stuff, it gets real weird. People start using weird math and, like, all these terms that you wouldn't normally use, right? I've always said, hey, the Snyderverse was the first set of movies that, or the DCEU rather, or whatever you want to call it, was the first set of movies that had to be financially successful and critically successful. It's like, bruh, usually if you were making money, it didn't matter. They just kept giving, you know what I'm saying? Like, if things are getting bigger and bigger, it didn't matter. When you compare it to the MCU start off, they were making more money. In their first 5 movies, they were smoking the MCU. Right? These are all facts. If they get greedy, kick Zach out, make less money, continue to blame Zach, even after he was gone, and then they do this huge reboot, this retcon, do a 180, that fails, then they turn around and blame it on the fucking Zack Snyder fan base again, and then not only that, now the company about to get sold. And, oh my, and y'all think that this guy gonna keep, this is crazy. And now y'all coming in here talking about what they're gonna do, reboot this. No, we want a sequel. Even if we got Man of Tomorrow, the real Man of Tomorrow. Right? What are we talking about, bro? Would that be a reboot? Why do people only use these terms when it's Zack Snyder stuff, bro? Everybody gets real dense soon as Zack Snyder name come into the equation. Everybody stop knowing how to do math. Everybody stop knowing what words mean, right? Like, I speak English very well, dog. I know what reboot mean. We're asking for a sequel to a movie, and you talking about a reboot. If they do fucking Lethal Weapon 5 or 6 or whatever, is that a reboot? And they use the same actors? What are we talking about, bro? This is crazy. This is crazy. I mean, this is a level of delusion that I did not expect. This is wild. This is like, I don't know why we just use these terms, bro. And as you guys can see, this has continued to happen ever since I've been a part of this Zack Snyder fan base, right? It's like whenever Zack's names come up or his name comes up in any of these conversations, whether it's box office or like the movie, is sometimes it could have nothing to do with him, like Tron Ares. Hold up. You know what? Y'all think I'm BSing, right? Let me pull this up just so y'all know that I'm not BSing. This is how much they be using Zack Snyder's name. Okay? This is how much they be using Zack Snyder's name, bro. Okay? Watch this. Why is Tron Ares talked about with Zack Snyder right now?
Why? 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 Why?
This is crazy. This is the world that we live in. Telling y'all, every time he said, I'll take things that make no fucking sense for 200, Alex, right? Hey, I actually really like Tron Ares too, right? Mama Bear said, well, what should they solve? Look, they... He said clip's so good needs replaying multiple times. Look, these conversations, bro, they're getting, I don't know. This is getting pathetic at this point. I almost feel like, you know what I mean? Like it's just, it ain't even moving no more. He said, I'm even reading the Tron movies are never that successful in theaters yet. Jared Leto's getting all the blame. No, you know when I knew that everybody was tripping about Tron? They arguing that it shouldn't even be named Tron. I was done. I was done, bro. I ain't even gonna cap. When I saw that, that's what low-key made me not even want to do a video about it. When I saw people start saying that it shouldn't even be a Tron, that it shouldn't even be named Tron, I was like, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and sit this one on out. Right? I'm gonna go ahead and sit this one on out. He said, we're gonna give you some Steiner, bruh. Look, you had a 33% chance. We said, what? No, I'm serious. He said, Netflix working with Warner Music is a big sign as well. Bruh, Netflix working with Warner Music. They just signed on some new stuff with what is it, Spotify, I think. They just they're now doing test runs on removing the original the Netflix original titles from their screens. Hey, crazy. Why are these things happening? Why are these things happening? They sitting there talking about it shouldn't even be named Tron. I was like, what? These are the conversations we're having? It shouldn't even be named Tron? Really? Oh my God. We got DC all the way with the $20 super chat saying SDS Snyder derangement syndrome. Let me go ahead and give y'all this drop, man. And then when I come back, y'all put y'all last questions and comments down at the bottom. You dig?
Hold on, Drake. You ain't gonna say nothing else before, we continue to party?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just need a moment of silence for this. I see dead people.
Mustard on a beat, how deep, bro. Any rap nigga, he a freak, though. Man down, call an ambulance, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like, what's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many op really got? Mean it's too many options. Finish pass on his body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible with God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogie man, I'm the one that up the score with him. Walking down, whole time I know he got some pulling him, extra shit, bully devoring him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand down. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Papa got a real taste, why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedestal. God, fuck him up. I'ma do myself. Why you pulling like a bitch, ain't you? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably they not like us. 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 They not like us.
Hey, y'all know that's my favorite drop, yo. It's my favorite drop. He said, Mama Bear, they went from running with gun to becoming dumber with gun. Amazing. Right? He said Spotify and some other music outlets, right? Said I just laughed and shook my head. Said that's how you know that there's an agenda. You got Mama Bear saying, I'm shocked we aren't going to hit the goal tonight, especially with 70 watching. Man, I better smash that like button, yo, right now. Bruh, he said it ain't ever been called Tron for me in the dyslexic community, but I've been a huge fan of Torn for years. Is that really? Come on, bro. Torn. He said lots of lurking Larrys, a lot of looky loos. Got Sean Franklin. He said, wait, only 38 likes? Yeah, bro. Nah, it's all good. He said, were they saying Zaslav would possibly consider accepting an offer pre-split if it was high enough? Here's the thing. Even if he accepts an offer pre-split, it may just be a handshake deal. It may just be like that, hey, it's gonna get announced later. That's how this stuff works. Like, that's been my thing, right? Like, if you look at the way that businesses conduct themselves, whenever they announce these deals or that they're gonna start going through, right? That means that a lot of times there's been months, if not years, of work leading up to that moment, right? So what I would say is, for all of these people that are trying to say, hey, all these other companies like Paramount or whoever is really trying to look to put a bid in like that, I would say, where is the public proof to that? Like, as when we brought up how Ted Sarandos and David Zaslav was at the Terrence Crawford Canelo Alvarez fight. That is a very public thing that happened. People don't go out and it's especially business people don't go out in public together because they know that can, that can affect stuff. So, hey, I'm just saying they might have a deal now, bro. Didn't Kevin Smith? Never mind, right? Never mind. Don't believe me, right? Don't believe me, right? Yeah, bro. Nah, it'd be like everything but Netflix. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything. It's like, yo, it's Paramount, it's Comcast, it's these people, it's Tubi, it's gonna be Sony, it's gonna be all these different people. It's gonna be everything but the people that we saw together at the Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Oh my God, bro. Right. Hey, man, shout out to S. Dot Warrior, bro. He said they got 2 meets. Said, are you going to see Black Phone 2? I am going to try to see Black Phone 2. Yes, because I really enjoyed Black Phone 1. I think I got to see it exactly when it came out, or like before it left theaters, if I'm not mistaken. The first one. So I'm gonna make sure that I see the second one in theaters. I'm probably gonna go see Tron again, though, honestly, before I see Black Phone 2. Because I gotta see Tron again. I ain't gonna front. I really enjoyed that movie. That soundtrack is super dope. Right? Yeah. Tubi. Bad Dan put it in the chat too. He said, how much of this pushback on Netflix is from old Hollywood Video and Blockbuster employees and sex shareholders? Oh my God, bro. Hollywood Video, dog. I remember when Hollywood Video first opened up. I really remember that. I used to like Blockbuster better still because Hollywood Video was more expensive. But I did like going there though, right? Because they used to have these certain popcorn buckets that you could put in the microwave that was different from the ones over at Blockbuster. It was fire, bro. Fire, dog. Fire. Frank C said, oh yeah, I got a Frank C request for a clip. Oh my God. I actually forgot what the clip said, but I remember it made me mad, or I don't know if it made me mad, but I definitely had a reaction to it. But let me see what this was. Let me put my face over here.
But if we get to next spring and Warner Brothers splits from Discovery, you definitely could put Netflix hat in that ring for the streaming and studio side, the profitable side. But then you're talking about Amazon's going to want in. Apple may seriously take a look at that point too. And then you still got Paramount and Comcast. Out of all those different studios, Netflix would be my last choice to outbid anyone. Because again, this is a bidding war. Netflix could want these IPs all they want, right? But are they willing to really put up the money for it?
Okay. Oh my God, bro. Yo, look, I was just gonna say this, bro. Y'all was just gonna say this, bro. I got a question, right? I got a question because we're gonna have to revisit this shit, yo. We're gonna have to revisit these things because this thing is, yo, it's gonna come to a head. It is going to come to a head sooner or later. Sooner or later, the chickens are gonna come home to roost, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see who comes out with what. Right? We're gonna actually see who does what, and the chickens are gonna come home to roost. And I'm just saying, yo. Yo. Oh my God, he said undone by yourself pride, bro. No, I'm not watching no more clips right now, bro. Don't send me no more clips of that dude, bro. I can't. Then they're talking about it gets much worse. Nah, I can't do that, bro. That's wild, bro. I forgot. Homie said they the last choice, right? To win a bidding war. What? I mean, what even is a bidding war? Like, I don't even know what a bidding war means. Like, you might as well go with that. Oh man. Soulless, man. That's wild. All right. Yeah, man. Bro, this is fucking crazy, bro. This is crazy, bro. It's like, it's like, and he just be like, oh shit. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Of course, Superman will be successful, right? Come on, bro. Oh my God. You know what, man? Look, I'm done with this, man. I can't do it. I can't. I'm gonna do this, man. Bro, see, look, I came out here with this Paramount shit as a joke, dog. These was jokes. See, Paramount Plus. I came out here Paramounted up. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't know what was up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't know, like, is he gonna falter? Is he gonna slip? Homie rocking the Did they buy him out? Right? Bro. Oh my God, bro. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna really fuck y'all up. I'm gonna start one of them streams in them blue shirts. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start the stream in a blue shirt, right? And y'all gonna see. And by the end of this, and I'm gonna be super shielded up, right? I'm gonna just be talking with the whole little thing, right? Y'all don't know if it's gonna be a stream or the fucking Thriller video, right? It's gonna be crazy. And then in the middle of that shit, I'm gonna just rip through that shit like Hulk Hogan, like and I'm gonna just have a CSSM shirt on and that shit. What you gonna do when CSSM runs over you? And with that, man, I'm out, bro. I'm gonna catch y'all next time, bro. I gotta get out of here, dog. Peace.